All right, what's up? What's up? It's been a minute. It's been a crazy month, man. I started my new school. Uh, I've been working on this project. I'll talk about that in a second. I've been working my two jobs, living life, and all that good stuff. And yeah, man, it's just been hectic. So, I apologize. But really, you wouldn't want any videos from me because all I'm doing is waking up, going to work, coming home from work, going to my part-time job, working on music, which would be entertaining, but it's all happening in my brain. I'm just like staring into space, thinking about things. But and it was my birthday month, so I'm 40 now. Can you believe it? Some of y'all been watching me since I was not 40, and now I am 40. But it's cool, man. I'm happy with it. I love the grays in my beard. I love the wisdom that comes with being a little older. I love the perspective of things now. It's like, shit, man. You know what? There's, what am I say? I say stuff like, there's more important things to think about when it comes to those. Oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Man, there's more important things to think about. Say, and yeah, um, yeah. So for my birthday, I went to, if you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, then you wouldn't know. But on my birthday, I went to Universal Studio Japan. It's in Osaka. I've been to Osaka, I don't know, 15 times. And I always thought that it was really far, because in Tokyo, Disney is like, I don't know, like 2 hours to get there. Which really isn't an excuse because I used to work right next to Disney. When I first came to Japan, I passed Disney every day. But it was expensive. I just got here. But yeah, it's like I stayed at a hotel that was 5 minutes from Universal. So from my window, well, I couldn't really see it, but it was like 5 minutes from there. So yeah, I went there. I did the Mario Karts. Yeah, I wasn't well. I don't play games. I haven't played Mario Karts, go karts or whatever, in like, I don't know, 6 years or whatever. So it's a little VR type thing. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just shooting a little thing. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I did the Harry Potter attractions. That was dope. Like I really like the VR ride, so I did the Harry Potter one. And for a minute, I was a little worried when I went in there. I was just like, man, I don't want to go on any rides. It's going to mess me up. But when I was leaving the park, like, because they had this one ride where it's like a Superman ride. It's called the Flying Dragon. So you're horizontal. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I could have done that one. I did the Spider-Man one, another VR type thing. But it was fun. Now, the crazy thing is I went down there on Thursday, and then I met up with GS. If y'all know GS out in Osaka. Met out with him. We're talking till like 12. And for the past 40 days, I've been working on my album called 40. And on the 39th day, which would have been the Thursday that I was down in Osaka, I was supposed to finish it up, record it, edit, and then post it at 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. Post it exactly when it's April 23rd, my birthday. But when I got home at 12, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to bed. I'll wake up early. I woke up at 5, and from 5 o'clock till 2 o'clock, mind you, the park closes at 7. It opens at 10, but I was sitting there editing. And I got finished editing, I took a shower, and then I went to the park 3. So I was at the park from 3 to 7, which is more than enough, but it's not a big park, but I could have, like, it's Corona time, so I literally got off the ride and I could have went right back around and rode it again. I could have rode every ride in that park if I had more time. But yeah, I'm thinking of going back up there again. So yeah, and I got footage. While I was doing it, I was thinking, what would my subscribers? I'm sure they want to see it. So I did some 360. I did some just holding the camera as still as possible. I don't got a gimbal, but just holding it. I did some freestyles, and I enjoyed my birthday. I had pizza for lunch. I usually get 2 pepperoni pizzas, but these pepperoni pizza slices were like 700 yen for one. The lady's like, "Do you want to get a drink?" I'm like, "Is it free?" She's like, "Nah." I'm like, "I'm good." But yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I really, as I said, when, now that I'm 40, I just feel that, if I want to be happy, I got to take care of that. There's been some birthdays where I'm like, "Oh man, I'm going to be all alone. I ain't got nothing to do." Oh, da, 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 da. But this year, I'm like, I'm going to do something. We can't really travel. I ain't really got money like that. But just go down to Osaka. So yeah, that was great. I enjoyed it. And if you ever come out to Japan, you should go out there. But be warned, them lines are going to be crazy long when you guys could come to Japan, because it's going to be I heard you could be waiting in the line for like 3 hours. Who the hell wants to wait like a 3-hour line? And the park's only open from 10 to 7. But anyway, but yeah. So as I mentioned, I was working on a project. I finished it. It was called 40. Turning 40, I made a project called 40, and it took me 40 days and 40 nights to make it. And it was a labor of love, man. A lot of it's crazy. Like, if you have the other albums, it's like nothing like those albums. I recorded everything on my iPad. I'm just talking about real shit. There's only one line that would give you the idea that I'm in Japan, and that's I had a friend kind of make me an intro, and she said, "Thank you for hosting me when I came to Japan." That's like the only time the word Japan appears on this little mini project. And then I say something like, "Music took me overseas," but I don't specify where. But yeah, man, it's. I mean, I like all my albums for different reasons, but this album it sums up a new direction, or actually, it kind of sums up a chapter. And now I'm just gonna be doing all types of shit. I want to do a Christmas in Japan album, or Christmas in the summer. That's a project I'm working on. Not related to music, but I'm sure music will be in there somehow. But I'm gonna write a book about something in Japan. Of course, it'll be around teaching, because that's what I do. But also, I'm trying to transition out of being a full-time teacher, because I want to do music or just do other things. Which, when that happens, I think that will be interesting, because it's gonna be new again. Right now, teaching, I mean, there's different challenges and what have you, but it is what it is, man. I already said everything I'm gonna say about teaching, but this book is pretty cool. I don't think anyone wrote a book like this. It's kind of like, if you could compare it to Marvel characters, or the way characters are, it would be like what's his face? I can never get the names when I want them. The dude who looks like Spider-Man, but he's not Spider-Man. He's played by that dude who also played in Green Lantern, Reynolds, Jason Reynolds. He's snarky, or he's sarcastic all the time. Spawn. I'm really bad with this, man. I like the movie. I'm not doing it justice, but like, he's like an anti-hero, like, he's a good guy, but he's not really a good guy. He does good things, but he just doesn't really care. So that's the kind of book I want to make about teaching in Japan. Of course, I want to give people the information that will help them get the things they need, but I also want to just, put my little twist on it, So yeah, I'm working on that. I've been doing some gigs on Fiverr. I think I mentioned it before, and they're cool, but working 2 jobs, it's kind of hard to like manage all of that. But I'm nervous, rightfully so. If I just like quit a job and then go hard on the like freelancing with the music, there's a chance that I won't be able to make ends meet. And then I'll be up on here, please help me. I started a GoFund. You ever see me do one of those? It's serious because I want to stand on my own or whatever. So I'm really trying to, but my experience with Fiverr has been just positive. All the reviews I get are good. People like what I do. And the only thing that's kind of whack is the way I'm charging is not really, it's not like right now I'm doing I should change it right now before this goes up. But right now, the price I'm charging and the work I do to do that, like I'm shooting a video and writing the lyrics that are original and making the music to go with it and then da-da-da-da-da. Like it's not really worth it, but for me, this is kind of like interning. I got to get like I've never been late. I've always delivered on time or before on time. When they come with can we change this and change that, I'm able to get in there and change it up. Yeah. Selling beats? Man, I make beats like what? Like what? And I sold some, but like these are just things I could do. But again, it's just a risk. Of course, nothing ventured, nothing gained. But yeah, so that's that. All right, this is going to be a long this video is going to be all long, but we haven't talked in a while, so let me ramble a little more. Before I go on to, I'm going to ramble about the album a little more. But when I was at Universal Studios, I was thinking, I know I didn't tell you guys that I'm going to be there, but let me get something for you guys, or let me get something for a prize. So I bought these chopsticks, Spider-Man chopsticks, Universal things. I don't know what prize to have, so please, if you make it this far in the video, please give me some contest ideas. And then, yeah. And that's about it, man. Other than that, just I just got back to Tokyo this morning. I'm a little tired. I got back from Tokyo this morning, and then I got back from Osaka this morning, and then I went to work directly, and I just got back from work, and I'm like, let me make this video now, because I'm probably just going to go to sleep, because I got to go to work tomorrow. You see, this is my life. For me to make videos every day saying this is what I'm doing is not exciting. It's not sexy. But actually, there's some things in the works. I'm going to approach a friend of mine and see if they would be interested in doing like actually, you're just going to I'm going to see if they're interested, and then I'll come back. That would be interesting. Yeah. All right. So last, I just want to talk about the album real quick, because I made it. I love it. And I think you guys will love it too if you listen to it. In fact, you don't even have to buy it. It's all streaming on Bandcamp. I'm going to put it on Spotify and everything else. But first, I just wanted to make sure I hit that deadline of, so the idea was 40 days until the album drops on my birthday when I turn 40. So I had to hit them dates. And I didn't want to rush it, because at one point I'm like, you know what, I'll just put it up. But there's like a week before you put it in. So the album, I commissioned a calligraphy artist to make me this, the cover art. Her name is I. Phenomenal artist. Phenomenal. We had little issues, but we kind of resolved it. She taught me a lot about customer service. So yeah, that's the album cover. There's 7 tracks, some interludes. I got one feature. I wanted more. I wanted 40 features on the 40 album, but that's just a headache, man. Like for me, if someone's like, can you write a verse? I'm like, bam, here you are. Now the only issue is they might not do anything with it until like 3 years later, 2 years later, and I already forgot what I wrote, but they have it. But people are busy, and the main thing was just to have the album done, not so much to get the collaborations, but that would have been dope too. That could be another project. In fact, this is open up to any artists out there on who follow me. Let's do some music, man. I'm all about getting that music out from now. But yeah, so the album's called 40. It's the names are interesting. The title track, 40 Days and 40 Nights, where I just talk about my life and all that shit. The second one is called I wrote it down, but not on this paper. What was it called? It's on my phone, but clearly my phone is what's recording. Anyway, there's a track called WD-40, because when I was researching the name, the number, and all that, when they made the product, they took 40 times to make it. And the song is about overcoming obstacles, so you just got to keep going. There's a song called 40 Winks. That's the song with MC Buddha. And the concept, or the title is, 40 Winks, well rested. We're two developed MCs. Don't sleep on us. Something like that. And we're just, doing our thing. I got another song called 40-Hour Work Week, where it's just a track where I'm just being super lyrical, trying to be all like intricate with shit. Like I say something to the effect, my schemes sit on top of pyramids. Well, I guess before that, my mummy is wrapped in Egyptian gauze. My scheme sits on top of pyramids. It's incredible, dog. So in rap, they do these schemes, and then pyramid schemes are when people try to take you for your money. And the mummy, the line before that, I talk about my mother, in a good way, of course. Talk about my mother, and she's wrapped in Egyptian gauze like a queen. Like the scheme, like it's just these interlocking. Bah, 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 bah. Now I know it's gonna go over a lot of people's heads, most of my lyrics, and I ain't even saying I'm like whatever, but no one is. In general, people don't listen to what I'm, he sounds good and da 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 da. But I'm actually gonna make some videos. I always say this every album. I'm gonna make videos explaining what I'm saying, but then I don't. But I'm gonna do this because I really like this, and I want people to know what I was thinking today is they're just deceptively easy sounding. Like I said, in the same song, I go, I'm sick with the pen man in black. I'm fresh like that. Off the Prince Sabul on tracks. So Fresh Prince, Men in Black. But I don't think anyone's going to catch that unless they're like under a microscope, or unless it's played on the radio a lot of times and the DJ's like, did you just hear what he just said? But yeah, again, that's just what I want to do. I got a couple songs where I'm singing, and it's in a way that it may bother people, like, oh my gosh, this shit is awful sounding. But the truth is, man, I could not wait for any singers that I know to be like, here, I'll sing it for you, because then this album wouldn't have been done. Or maybe it would. I didn't ask, so I can't really say what would and what wouldn't. But yeah. But I like it. The album's raw. But yeah. So anyway, I'm done talking about it here because that wasn't the main point of this video. I'll make that video on the music channel. This is not the music channel. But yeah, so yeah, if you are interested in listening to it, I'll put the link in this video. And if you want to buy it, that's always appreciated, but you can stream it. That's the crazy part. You can stream it from your iPhone or Android and, leave a comment. But yeah, that's all, man. I'll try to make more. Well, I'll be posting the videos from Universal Studio Japan as I start to edit them. And you guys just check them out. It's really dope, man. Mario Land just blew my mind. Like, it looks so real, you know? All right, but thank you for watching. Be safe and rhyming.